Doomsday preppers, as we know, are always on the lookout for the best foods to store for a long time and, most importantly, how best to store them. The following preservation techniques allow doomsday preppers to store food against the next major disaster. Here are 6 techniques by top doomsday preppers themselves to ensure a long shelf life for your food items. Technique 1. Drying. Keeping your foodstuffs, most especially grains, dry is one of the best ways to keeping them fresh for a couple of weeks, months, or even years. However, you must have the right storage space for this. You want to keep your food items far from where they'll be susceptible to attacks by insects, rodents, etc. Technique 2. Smoking. Smoking food items is another method for preserving food items for long-term storage. Though majorly used for preserving meat and fish, some also find it useful for preserving some kind of vegetables. The drier these food items get, the longer they are able to stay in storage. Technique 3. Pickling. Pickling is a process of preserving or extending the shelf life of food by either anaerobic fermentation in brine, salt and sugar solution, or immersion in vinegar. It can be used to preserve fruits, vegetables, and meat. Technique 4. Salting. Salting is an aged technique that still works like magic. Salt sucks the moisture out of meat, preventing the growth of bacteria and other microbes. However, after salting, you need to keep the meat in an airtight container. Technique 5. Coating with oil or honey. This is another ancient technique. Coating meat, fruits, and veggies with oil or honey ensures bacteria don't grow on them. Technique 6. Settle for MRE, meals ready to eat. Pre-made meals are to a certain extent the top choice for even preppers as well. If you are new to all previously mentioned techniques, you might want to stock up pre-made meals. However, they can stay as long as the manufacturer recommends. If you need them to stay longer, you might want to consider other techniques earlier mentioned. To wrap it all up, all the techniques mentioned herein aren't only useful to doomsday preppers, survivalists, or even off-gridders alone. Anyone can do them. Something to note, however, is that when storing food items for long, it's advisable you use up old stock and then replace it with new ones.